Hey, welcome to Unboxing JavaScript 2.0. This is my first video on this channel. My goal for this channel is to make videos on JavaScript, but only those topics which I don't think lot many people are talking about. That being the goal, I know I am going to break this rule and put up videos on cliched basic topics such as this one. LOL. I also have another channel for Hindi speaking Indian audience. If you are interested, you can check out the link in the description. In this video, I'll be talking about the array functions map and reduce in JavaScript. You will be slightly in advantage if you are already aware of the arrow function syntax. So I'd suggest to check it out first in case you don't get the syntax I am going to use in this video. If you stay till the end of the video, you will get a bonus. So hang on. If you have an array and all you want is to transform all the elements in some way, then this is the function for you. This function doesn't change the array being called on, but returns a copy of that array. The size of the returned array will be same as your original array. How the elements of the original array are transformed depends on the return statement of this function. For example, here I have an array of the members of Corleone family. What I want is an array with the last name Corleone appended to each element of this array. So what I'll do, I'll call the function map on the array, which is going to return me the string concatenation of each element plus space Corleone. So if I go and run this file, here that's what it is done. The map function has returned the copy of my array with the transformation as I have intended it to be. The point to remember here is the map function will always return an array which is of the same size as the original array. To understand the reduce function, let's just see an example. Suppose I have an array of numbers and I want the sum of all these numbers. Then I can do something like this. Apart from the callback, this function also takes an initial value of an accumulator. On first iteration, this value becomes the accumulator, which is 0 in this case. Thereafter, in each subsequent iteration, the value of the accumulator will depend on the return statement. Here we are simply adding the current value to the accumulator. So by the end of the array, the accumulator will have the sum of all elements in the array, and that gets returned by the reduce function in the variable sum. So let's see the result of this program. So it has printed the sum of all the elements in the array. Had I passed the initial value as 10, then the result would have been 20, like this. So reduce can be used when we want to build something according to the elements of our array, where each element will transform that something until last element of the array. This was a basic example, but using the same concept, a lot of complicated things can be done. You may have been little disappointed if you were expecting the map and reduce functions to be something very complicated, but that's not the case at all. It is as simple as you are finding it right now. So since you have stuck with me till now, I'll give you a bonus. If you have two arrays and you want an array which is just a concatenation of both the arrays, then you use the function, wait for it, concat. Like this. What this will do is it will create a new array and first push array 1 to it and then push array 2 to it, like this. So that's the video. I hope you learned something out of it. If you did, then please like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.